Are monsters born, or are they made? We look at the great evils of our world and wonder, was the darkness always inside them, or did the world create it? We like to think of evil as something separate from us, something alien. It's easier that way. But the universe is rarely so simple. The story of Lord Voldemort isn't just about one man's evil. It's about a series of failures, missed opportunities, compassion withheld. Before he was Voldemort, he was Tom Riddle, brilliant, charming, and deeply broken. His journey into darkness was a slow descent, paved by neglect and mistakes. To understand the monster, we must first understand the child. We must look back to the very beginning, to the cracks in his foundation, long before he learned magic. Voldemort's story is a cautionary tale. Evil often grows in the spaces where love and guidance should have been. The choices he made were his own, but the world shaped those choices. This is the story of a boy who reached out from the darkness, only to find no one there. We'll examine the moments and quiet oversights that together created a monster. Only by understanding how a villain is made can we learn how a hero might have been saved. Tom Riddle's story began in a cold, Muggle orphanage, born without a mother's love, abandoned by his father, alone from the start. The orphanage was not a place of warmth. Tom was different and everyone sensed it. Strange things happened around him. The other children feared him. The adults were suspicious. Isolated by his budding magic, Tom learned early that to be different is to be a threat. He discovered abilities, talking to snakes, moving things with his mind, making bad things happen to those who hurt him. He could not earn love, so he commanded fear. The orphanage became his first kingdom. Here, the foundation for Voldemort was laid, and so, the journey began. One day, a man came to visit Tom Riddle, Albus Dumbledore, with an invitation to Hogwarts. For most children, this would be a rescue. For Tom, it was an interrogation. Dumbledore arrived with suspicion, not compassion. He saw the darkness before he saw the child. He confronted Tom, challenged him, and set his wardrobe on fire as a warning. The message: I am more powerful than you. I am watching you. Their relationship began as adversaries, not allies. Imagine if Dumbledore had chosen empathy instead, acknowledged Tom's pain, his loneliness, his fear. What if he'd said, "You are not a monster, you are a wizard, and I am here to help you"? That simple kindness might have changed everything. Instead, Dumbledore confirmed Tom's deepest fear. His power made him a monster to be controlled, not a person to be loved. The first chance to save Tom Riddle was lost. This moment set the tone for everything that followed. Tom learned that even in the magical world, he was to be feared, not understood. The opportunity for connection was replaced by suspicion. Dumbledore's approach became the blueprint for how others would treat Tom. The boy who needed guidance found only judgment. The world's first mistake was not seeing the child behind the mask. Compassion withheld became the first stone in the path to darkness. The rescue that could have been became another wound. And so, Tom Riddle stepped into a new world, already feeling alone. Hogwarts was meant to be a sanctuary, a place where outcasts found family, where wounds could heal. For Tom Riddle, it offered knowledge, a place to excel, and admiration for his brilliance. He became a model student, a prefect, head boy, admired by teachers, respected by peers. But Hogwarts failed him in one crucial way. It nurtured his intellect but starved his heart. No one looked past the brilliant facade. No one saw the lonely boy underneath. The acceptance he received was conditional, tied to his achievements, not his character. This taught him that his worth was measured by power and performance. The school missed a tragic opportunity. A caring teacher, a true friend, a mentor. Any could have offered him a different path. Instead, Hogwarts became another stage for his mask. He learned to be charming, to give people what they wanted to see. The school gave him tools for power, but not the wisdom or love to use them well. Tom's loneliness deepened, even as his reputation soared. The place that should have healed him only reinforced his isolation. Hogwarts celebrated his mind, but ignored his soul. The cracks in his foundation widened. The boy who needed connection learned only to perfect his mask. The haven without a heart became the next step in his descent. And so, the darkness grew. At Hogwarts, Tom Riddle was a star, especially to Professor Slughorn, who prized him as his greatest student. Slughorn's admiration was shallow, focused on Tom's potential, not his well-being. Their relationship was transactional prestige for Slughorn, access, and knowledge for Tom. Other professors saw only a gifted, polite student. His perfection deflected any deeper inquiry. No one asked how he truly felt, or what he did during lonely summers at the orphanage. The school's duty is to shape character, not just teach facts. But Hogwarts celebrated Tom's mind and ignored his soul. Surrounded by people, he was utterly alone. This loneliness hardened his resolve to rely on no one but himself. The system failed to see the pain behind the brilliance. Tom's mask became his armor. The brilliant student was, at heart, a lonely soul. And that loneliness became the fuel for his ambition. Every young person needs a guide, a mentor to offer wisdom and challenge their assumptions. Tom Riddle had no one. Dumbledore, the one man who could have helped, kept his distance, watching, but never engaging. He saw Tom's growing darkness, but did not intervene. Dumbledore's silence was a form of permission. Without a positive role model, Tom found identity in his dark heritage, heir of Slytherin. The whispers in the Chamber of Secrets became his guidance. The absence of moral leadership was devastating. Tom's profound questions about power and life went unanswered. He sought answers in forbidden texts, in the darkest corners of the library. The silence of good men left a vacuum. Into that silence, the whispers of dark magic spoke, and Tom listened. The lack of mentorship allowed his darkness to grow unchecked. The boy who needed guidance found only echoes. And so, he turned to the shadows for answers. When a life is empty of love and guidance, something else fills the void. For Tom Riddle, that was a hateful ideology. He learned about pureblood doctrine, an intoxicating idea that turned his shame into rage and a quest for purity. He despised his Muggle father, so he embraced magical supremacy. The pureblood ideology gave his pain a grander purpose, a crusade to cleanse the wizarding world. Extremism preys on the lonely and resentful, offering simple answers and a sense of belonging. Tom sought out these ideas, and at Hogwarts, they were allowed to fester. He found followers, forming the first circle of Death Eaters. No adult challenged his growing obsession or his open disdain for Muggleborns. His charm disguised his fanaticism. The professors saw a brilliant boy, not a budding ideologue. The failure to confront this ideology was catastrophic. The seeds of darkness grew into a forest that would one day threaten the world. Tom Riddle's final steps into villainy began with his pursuit of immortality. His greatest fear was death, a weakness he vowed to conquer. He learned of Horcruxes, splitting the soul through murder to anchor oneself to life. His first murder, Myrtle Warren, became his first Horcrux. He felt no remorse, only power. After Hogwarts, he murdered his father and grandparents, erasing his Muggle heritage. With each murder, he created more Horcruxes, tearing his soul apart. He traveled the world, delving deeper into the dark arts, becoming unrecognizable. He shed his name. Tom Riddle was gone. Only Lord Voldemort remained. Each step was a conscious choice, fueled by pain and unchecked ambition. The world had shown him that power was all that mattered. In seeking ultimate power, he severed the last ties to his humanity. He became a monster, following a blueprint drawn by neglect. In the end, we see only the shadow of Lord Voldemort, a symbol of ultimate evil. It's easy to believe he was simply born bad, but the truth is more unsettling. Voldemort's evil was a creation, built on a foundation of neglect. The great mistake was not a single act, but a cascade of failures. An orphanage without love, a wizard without compassion, a school that saw only brilliance. Teachers and mentors failed to provide a moral compass or challenge his ideology. The world looked away instead of helping a troubled boy. Voldemort's choices were his own, but what choices does a person make when they've never been shown a better way? He was given a powerful mind and a broken heart. No one tried to mend the latter. The lesson of Tom Riddle is profound. Monsters are forged in the light, in the places where we fail to be kind. Every child is a universe of potential, shaped by the hands that guide them. The story of Voldemort is a reminder that the greatest evil can arise from the absence of good. The shadow he cast was long and terrible, but it was a shadow we all, in our own small ways, helped to create.